Hey, so welcome to another flow training video. So in this video, I want to talk about this concept, which is functional strength or functional strength training. Now, when I was first introduced to fitness and training, it was through martial arts. It was through Muay Thai, it was through MMA, and the training that goes along with that is really intense. You basically destroy yourself in your workouts so that you'll have that edge when you get into your sparring and into fighting. Right? And it's this idea, and that goes for most sports, right? Any type of athletic training, if you're preparing for any type of sport, you're going to have these very intense, very specific workouts that are designed to make you stronger, faster, better than the competition, right? Now, if you're already working out a lot, if you're already someone who's super focused, and even if you're someone who just goes to the gym a few days a week, this video probably doesn't apply to you. What I'm trying to get through to people is this idea that you don't actually need all of that to become stronger, which is where this concept of functional strength comes in, right? So functional strength is having the strength that you need to function in your everyday life, right? Now, if you don't have an adventurous lifestyle, if you're not someone who competes in sports, if you're not someone who takes on these physical challenges, that amount of strength that you need probably isn't very much. You might live a very sedentary lifestyle where you never need any strength. The problem with that is at some point, we are physical creatures who live in a physical world. At some point, you will be challenged physically, right? You might fall down. You might have to push something to get something out of the way. You might need to pull yourself up because you fell down. At some point, you will be physically challenged. Now, why wait till that happens when instead you could commit a small amount of time and a small amount of effort and gradually build this functional strength? So when I talk about self-defense, I talk about how important strength and fitness are. Because if you were to get attacked in a self-defense type of situation, having strength is a huge asset, right? But remember, self-defense isn't just that person attacking me. It could be, hey, I just got hit by some natural disaster situation, or I fell down and now I need to get myself back up. These are all situations where strength is going to play a very important role, okay? So how do we look at functional strength training? And I don't want to go too deep into this. This isn't about I'm not trying to present workouts or workout videos. That's not my goal. There's tons of amazing trainers out there doing an amazing job at that. That's not my goal. What I want to kind of explain is that if you're starting from zero, right? Again, like I said, if you're in good shape, this doesn't really apply to you. But if you're starting from zero, if you are scared of working out, if working out is something that you hate, or that you're really scared of, I want to let you know that there are some very basic things you could be doing that will actually provide you with enough of a struggle, enough of an effort that you will build strength, okay? So what are those things? First of all, body weight training. You do not need a gym membership to become stronger. You can do some really simple exercises. In fact, you can do 3 exercises, okay? I'm going to challenge you to do 3 super simple exercises, which are 1, push-ups. Push-ups are probably the best upper body workout exercise around for that simple reason that you can do them anywhere, you can do them anytime, right? There's different variations that you can do. If you need to get on your knees to do them, you can do that. You can do them slightly elevated so that it just takes a little bit of the weight off. There's tons of ways you can manipulate push-ups in order to make them possible, no matter what level you're at. Okay, so push-ups is one really great exercise that you can start with. 2 is squats. The beauty of squats is that not only are you building strength in your legs, but you're also improving your mobility. You're giving that nice kind of flex to your hip joints. Obviously, you need to do them well. And in the comments, I'm actually going to leave, in the description of this video, I'm going to leave some links to some trainers that I think are demonstrating really good technique for these, because I don't want to be the one to demonstrate that. That's not what like I said, it's not my intention. Okay, and the third one is for your core, which are planks. All right, the plank exercise is a great way to strengthen your core because there's no movement involved. In fact, it's the lack of movement. You're just holding yourself up. Look, if your plank is 15 seconds, do it for 15 seconds. I've seen people go from 15 seconds on day 1 to holding it for a minute a few weeks later because their body adapted that quickly, right? So with those 3 super simple exercises, push-ups, squats, and planks, do that for a few weeks, you will gain strength. And you don't need to do it for hours. No, you can do look, if you do 3 sets of push-ups one day, that'll take you maybe 15 minutes. Okay, you do another set of squats the day after that, that's another 15 minutes. And you do a plank for maybe, what, 2 minutes? So over 3 days, you've spent maybe 25 to 30 minutes of working out, and suddenly your body is transforming, your body is getting stronger. Now, the thing is at some point, you're gonna get bored, right? You're gonna be like, oh, these push-ups and squats and planks, it's getting boring. But because you're stronger and because the motivation has started to build, now you're gonna start looking for more challenging things to do, right? The problem is that start, right? The hardest thing to do is to start from zero, right? You have no motivation, you have no strength right now. You're watching these videos online, you're like, that's way too hard. There's no way I can pull that off. Never mind all of that. Stick to some super basic exercises. That's where you start. Okay, another thing. Now, if you are already someone that's slightly motivated and maybe you're there, maybe you're like, you know what, I have been doing all that, now I'm getting bored, I don't know what else to do. Something else that I really highly recommend for functional strength training are these resistance bands. Okay, you have these like smaller ones that you can get. These they sell pretty much everywhere. They have handles. And then you have these thicker ones that a really good friend of mine gave to me a few years ago. These resistance bands, I swear by them. Okay, a good friend of mine gave me a whole set of these a few years ago, and I use them almost every workout. What's great about this is you can turn this to basically any weight training exercise, right? You can push them, you can pull them, you can use them for curls, you can use them for presses, you can use them for core training. They come in different thicknesses so that the resistance increases and decreases accordingly. So at the beginning, maybe I'm using the purple band, and then a few months later, I'm too strong for the purple, so I upgrade to the green. There's so many creative ways that you can use these bands to create a whole bunch of different workouts that you're basically giving yourself an entire gym at your disposal for the price of maybe 1 month of membership. So if your goal is to just start working out at home, I highly recommend getting some resistance bands. So that's what I have to say about functional strength training. Again, if you're someone who works out, if you're someone who's already pretty strong, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're someone who's not, if you're someone who's struggling with this, honestly, even if this feels like too much, message me. All right, send me a message, we'll figure this out. But there is always something you can start with just to get the ball rolling. And my prediction is if you do this consistently, you'll get to a point where you feel stronger, you feel better about yourself, and you'll be ready to take this to the next level. All right, so as always, if you have any comments or questions, please message me, and I look forward to the next video. Peace.